So, started this out. You see this little line here? It's because my screen protector is broke. I wonder if I can just like rip it off real quick so it doesn't annoy. Can you see clearly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, when you adjust it, it will.
Adjust it.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit right there.
Yeah, but you can still turn it a little.
Like that?
Yeah, I think that'd be okay.
All right, we are live. We got to go to the chat. Live chat. All right, can everyone hear us and see us? I do apologize for the the broken lens on my phone. Yeah, that's totally, completely horrible. I know, this is an impromptu live stream, so you guys are gonna have to bear with us. Give me a second. We'll do it like that. How about that? That look good?
Did you close my curtains?
I did close your curtains because it shows a halo on the back.
I find it quite annoying when curtains are closed.
Well, sorry. Okay, everybody see us good? Hear us good? Put a 1 in the chat. Looks like everything's up and running. Trying to get everything all situated. You do see by Lindsay. All right, cool. You do see by Lindsay. There's a little glare. That's because my screen protector is broke, so I'll have to get that fixed. Anyway, I wanted to bring you guys aware that we have been run ragged for the past 2 weeks trying to get everything ready. Did a lot of repairs to the RV. We have a lot of stuff finished and ready to go. We are going to be leaving on, was it Friday or Saturday for Tennessee?
Friday evening.
Friday evening for Tennessee. Unfortunately, we've been following the reports on Zeb Greer. Is it Zebulon?
Zebulon.
Zebulon Greer. They call him Zeb, so that's what we're going to call him. He hasn't been found yet. We have a short amount of time that we can come up and assist Zeb and his family before we go down and help these other families that we have promised already. But I wanted to reach out to them. We reached out to law enforcement, and they agreed. We are going to be going up on Wednesday and helping for 2 or 3 days going up there. We are not going to be taking the RV. We're going to actually take Lindsay's truck. We're going to stay in a hotel up there. And, we're going to work closely with the law enforcement and see if we can be of assistance to clear the waters to make sure that we can, clear the waters, make sure he's not in the waters. There's a few ponds on his route. He was at Camp Point.
So you haven't talked about where we're going. Or where he's missing from.
I'm sorry. He is missing from Warsaw. Again, I'm just scatterbrained. Zebulon Greer is missing from Warsaw, Illinois. He's been missing for 24 days now. He has not been able to be located. They have done a lot of searches from Camp Point all the way to Warsaw. I think Camp Point is southeast of Warsaw.
My boys just came home.
Guys.
Garrett and Jarrett just came inside, so now.
Oh, what are you doing?
They're taking them outside for you.
Oh, okay. Cool. If you guys don't know, we have 3 dogs here that are just wild. Okay, so southeast, about an hour or so, is Camp Point. I think he was. There's a route that we're going to follow with the law enforcement. We're going to talk to them. Anyway, We just come to tell you guys what we're going to be doing. Lindsay's going to talk about all of the cases that we're going to be working. I wanted to get you guys updated on the RV. The RV is up and ready. I think all we have to do is pretty much fill it up and we're ready to go. So I'm going to let Lindsay talk about what everything is going to be going on in the next 3 weeks, I think. Go ahead. Sorry.
So Wednesday we will head up north. We will be back on Friday. We leave Friday night to head down to Chattanooga area. What do you need, bud? Okay. Sorry, Garrett was walking over here, so I need to make sure he was all set. So Wednesday we will go up north. We will work the case for Zeb Greer. He's been missing for just over a month now, I believe. We come
24
home
days.
Friday night, we'll come home Friday morning, pack the RV, we'll get the RV like road ready, pack everything, and then head down to Chattanooga area. Garrett is going with us. He's going to go spend some time with Eric while we're on the road this time. Garrett is going to take the 2 dogs, with him, and then Mav will be on the road with us. We are going to work the case of John Rosati Boyd again. I'm just not sure if we're going to work it when we take Garrett to Chattanooga or when we pick Garrett up from Chattanooga, but we are going to work John Rosati Boyd. We were down there for almost 2 weeks, I think it was last time, searching some different waterways and things like that. So drop Garrett off. From there, we head to Grandview, Tennessee to work on the case of Roxanne Gallagher. Roxanne went missing June 23rd of this year in a 2000 Buick LeSabre. From there, we head over to Knoxville. We're going to work Regina Robinson's case. She went missing in 2019. She is missing in a 2001 Toyota Celica. We do have some areas that we know that she frequented, things like that, so we have places to check for her. After that, we go to Jonesboro, Tennessee, work the case of Bradley Webb. Bradley went missing in August of 2000. So Bradley's actually been missing for just over 24 years now. He went missing August 4th. He is in a 1987 Dodge Daytona. From there, Mountain City, Tennessee, for the case of John Smith South. Now, when we've worked John Smith South's case before. We've worked it previously with Depths of History. When we were going to go back last time, but we continued to search for John Rosati Boyd while we had the time there and were able to, and have the assistance in diving from Eric. And so we're gonna go. We have a few more places that we need to search this time for John Smith South. So we're gonna be doing that again. John Smith South went missing in 1998 in a 1985 Subaru Justy. After that, we go to White Top, Virginia for the case of John Wingler. John went missing in November of 2015 in a 2002 Ford Ranger. From there, we head to Danville, Virginia. This is the case of Nigel Ennels. He went missing in August of 2018. I'm looking out all my dates weird. In a 2013 Toyota Camry. Now, Nigel is actually from Charlotte, North Carolina, but he was in Danville. So with that being his last place, that was the last point that anybody has spoken to him. We're going to focus in and around the Danville area. After that, we head to Mooresville, North Carolina for the case of Kevin McDonald. Kevin went missing in 2018. There are several different cars listed in Kevin's case that he owned. We have reached out to law enforcement on all the cases, just waiting to hear back to get more definitive information, points of, contact that they had or their last known contact or location, that kind of thing. Just things to help us narrow it down. After that one, we head to North Carolina for David Miyamoto. He went missing January of 2023. He is, he's from Kannapolis. We also do have the potential for a meet and greet. I believe that was going to be in Mooresville, North Carolina. We have a day in there that we can do a meet and greet. It's just outside of Charlotte. So I believe it's just north of Charlotte. So we wanted to take that opportunity, spend some time with you guys. On this trip, we will be joined by Eric, hopefully, if he's able to get any time off while we're down there. So that'd be Ride or Dive, as well as Depths of History. After David Miyamoto's case, we actually head back to the Chattanooga area to, again, we're either going to work John Rosati Boyd's case when we drop Garrett off or when we pick Garrett up. And then from there, we'll head home. And that'll be, instead of doing one big, huge trip where we're gone on the road for 3 or 4 months straight, we're breaking this up. We've got a lot of things that we have to be home for September, October, November. So instead, we're going to make kind of these, 3 smaller trips that are a little more focused in, kind of one general area.
I've noticed on here, Terry's been saying thank you, and all the mods been saying thank you for all the super chats. We're going to say Helen Daly, Bread Maker, Mark Richardson, Birdie Marie. Thank you guys so much for that. That will go at the end of the month on when we get paid next month. And that will help out in our future searches. We do have, like I said, we're heading up in the next, we're heading up on Wednesday. We'll be there Wednesday morning.
Yeah, we'll either leave Tuesday night or Wednesday morning.
Get up there and try to help. We do have available for you guys, so you guys will know exactly how much we've raised. We do have a GoFundMe that they've been dropping in the links. Guys, that's going to be, so GoFundMe's work, I think it's 4 or 5 days before we get that money. So when we get that money, we'll probably be on the road already, which is great. I do know that I get paid on the 23rd. So with that, I'll be able to try to, be able to afford these long trips. I think Lindsay did the math and everything on the, did you even get the hours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always do. I always have the hours.
I'll let you guys hear the logistics, the elephant in the room per se, with the GoFundMe and the funds that are needed to actually pursue what we are trying to do and help these families. Without you guys, we're not going to we're not able to do this without you guys. And I'll let Lindsay explain the mileage and kind of how much it would cost, and the GoFundMe is kind of correlated around that. So
just driving, from here to Chattanooga, and then, Chattanooga to, even though some of these are close to each other, Chattanooga to Grandview to Knoxville, it is approximately 1,315 miles. That's just driving from case to case, kind of center of the town to the center of town. That does not include, back and forth to boat ramps or ponds or that kind of thing. That's just place to place to place. And then the only thing that's not included in that is the trip from Saudi Daisy back to home. And then, so it's a little over 20 hours worth of driving, just, again, place to place to place, not including boat ramps, ponds, that kind of thing. So in doing so, Jacob and I went through, estimated, how many miles we get to the gallon, that kind of thing, then factored in the amount of gas that we know it takes to fill up the boat, how many days we can run on a full tank, and then as well as the generator. The generator, we don't always, well, not, we don't always, we very rarely have the opportunity to stay at campgrounds. It's an extra expense that if we don't have to pay, we don't. So we try to stay at, Walmart's, Cracker Barrels. We've even
People's
stayed
houses.
we've even stayed at boat ramps, things like that. So, so for the gas for the RV, the boat, and the overnights for the generator, that's where we got kind of that round figure for the GoFundMe. I do believe, I think we'll be a little bit under that, but we wanted to give ourselves enough of a cushion in the incidents that, because it's happened before, where we'll be heading somewhere to work a case and all of a sudden we get a phone call and it's a case we know we can help with, and we'll, go the other way or something like that. Anything that's left over from this trip, from this, this GoFundMe, Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, anything like that, we're gonna keep track of all of it. But like anything that we do have left over, if there's anything left over, it will go towards our next trip, which is in October. And then we're on the road for about 3 or 4 weeks in October, come home for the weekend, and then head back out again in November.
They said the GoFundMe wasn't showing up. Not exactly sure why it wouldn't be showing up.
We're gonna put it,
Click on that, see if that's working.
let me check it here real quick.
Fundraiser not found. You're right. I messed that up. No, that one's working.
So for some reason,
I guess Jeff may have it copied. I may have, when I sent it to him, I may have. Top link works in chat. Regardless, guys, I don't think you realize that. Well, I don't think you don't know yet, but we are coming back after this trip for a week, and then we're going to New York for was it a week or two?
we're gonna go back to New York and Michigan,
Yeah, New York and Michigan. We'll be gone for 2-3 weeks.
and then come home.
Come home for another week, and then leave to go to Mississippi. So we're going to be on the road, rush. If I have to extend that out, we will. We'll keep you guys updated. We'll go live. We'll do all that. I am going to start working on getting my Facebook Live going. I know that I had 66% getting ready to be like monetized. I'm going to work on that again. So you're going to see a lot of Facebook Lives if you guys want to head over to Facebook too. What we need right now. Since we're going to be leaving early, we're going to be staying in a hotel up there. We just need your guys' support. Share it out. Just be there for us. I know we're going to work closely with the law enforcement, and definitely, if you guys can check out ChaosDivers, there's PayPal, the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Those are now stuff to help us out when we go up there, since I don't get paid till the 23rd. Funds are low, so I'm just going to be honest with you. It's been hell. So thank you for that. But check out ChaosDivers. If you guys want to get a shirt or something, that's even awesome. If not, watch and share these videos. That's what's going to help us over top of everything. Once I get to that point that I don't have to rely on crowdfunding, I'm going to be paying all of this back to the teams that are having troubles like we are. So that's just the bottom line. Once I get to that point where I say, hey guys, we are comfortable, we can do this, we can help, we can go all the way to California and back and be fine. That's whenever I'll start helping other people.
Oh, you have been to California.
What do you mean? I flew to California.
Yeah, I don't like California. But yeah, so again, we are leaving to head up north this week. We'll be gone Wednesday, Thursday, come home Friday, turn around, pack everything into the RV. At some point in time, there has to be time for laundry. And all the dogs need baths and things like that. So I've got tomorrow to do all that. Not sure when this is all going to happen.
Gotta finish the rest of installing the new trolling motor that Garmin graciously. We had an issue when we were out in Steubenville, Ohio. Somehow, some way, the trolling motor deployed. It went all the way to the ground, and we drug it for about a mile. Just so happened somebody sitting on their porch seen the trolling motor dragging, jumped on his his dirt bike, took off, went right beside me. I was going to turn left, and he like jetted right next to me. I'm like, this dude's going to try to turn left. No, he was actually trying to tell me that I was dragging my trolling motor. It did quite a bit of damage, but it was still able to work. So we were functionable with the Garmin. The Garmin crack and trolling motor is amazing. It went through hell, and now it was still working. But we did contact them, and they said, okay, send the head unit there. So I took it all off. We sent it off. They sent back a brand new everything. So now I'm installing it today or last night, and I'm sorry, I cannot talk. Tonight and tomorrow morning. So then I get to help wash the dogs. I'll probably be the one washing the dogs.
Sorry, somebody had asked a question and I answered them quickly before I lost it. Vicky, I screenshotted that so that way I will remember to go back and get in contact with you. So again, Wednesday we head out. We come home, and then we're going to spend some time down with Eric this coming weekend. Again, I don't know if we're going to be dropping Garrett off, getting him settled. Mav obviously goes on the road with us. The other two will go with Garrett. And then from there, we'll head out Grandview, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, Jonesboro, Tennessee, Mountain City, Tennessee. Again, Mountain City is a case that we have worked previously. White Top, Virginia, Danville, Virginia, Morrisville, North Carolina, Kannapolis, North Carolina. And while we were in Morrisville, we're hoping to have a meet and greet. I do believe that is the last day that Britton with Depths of History will be with us. He'll be with us for about 6 or 7 days this trip, he and Colston. So I believe that he's going to, I'm not sure logistics on like how far it is from there to, good night, Lacey. From there to where Britton lives, like if he's gonna have to leave in the morning or if he'll leave in the evening, if he'll be there for the meet and greet. I'm not sure yet if Britt will be with us for the meet and greet.
He's got to leave. He's promised Grace some stuff. Do you want me to tell him why you're having a hard time?
I mean, I guess I can. Okay, so
I'll
sorry,
do it.
I've been.
I'll do it.
It's not going to matter either way. There's been a few times during the live stream that I've been choked up. So we had 4 dogs. My dog Paprika, who I've had for over 8 years. She was having some hard times, walking, things like that. I took her to the vet. We found it was a spinal issue. She was in a ton of pain. And so because of that, she couldn't necessarily like get up to like walk and eat and stuff. And she couldn't, you know, like even though we tried to feed her separately and we'd put the puppies up while she was eating and stuff, and she just, she was also 14 and a half years old. But Saturday, yeah.
That's all that needs to be said.
So, in saying, you know, that we're only taking the 2 dogs, just kind of resets everything in that she's gone. So, you know, I apologize for that. I didn't really think about like having to be like, oh yeah, we're taking only 2. So I wasn't planning on crying.
I just didn't want you guys thinking that it was something else wrong. I know there's a lot of people who maybe not judge, but I know there's a lot of people who have thoughts and thinking that, you know, her taking Garrett down and being missed. Yes, he's going to be missed.
Oh yeah. I mean, I miss my kid all the time, but it's just been really hard. There's been a lot of firsts. You know, we tried to do something Saturday night with Garrett and Lily, and we had Lexi and Keegan, and we tried to go do something, and it wasn't, you know, I tried to be in good spirits. It was really hard, but it was the coming home, because it was the first time coming home in over 8.5 years that I walked in that door and she wasn't there. You know, it was the first time that I went to bed and I didn't hear her walking around. So, she was, there are probably 2 souls in this whole entire world that I ever felt like I could never disappoint and love me unconditionally. I never made them mad. I never anything. Like, that was my grandma and my dog.
And if she said ow,
Oh yeah.
that dog was after anybody.
She was
But she was a lovable dog.
She was fiercely protective, but at the same time, she would never hurt any of us. So, okay, that part's over. But now you guys know.
I didn't.
It's
I'm
not that
sorry
I
for
don't-
bringing it up, but
It's not that I'm not going to miss my kid, but you know.
I'll miss you, Garrett. How about that?
Again, it's just, you know, saying things that I knew one day I'd have to say, but at the same time, you're never prepared. So,
I found the charger cord.
good job.
Sorry, I was looking. Guys, there's a lot. There's been a ton of stuff happen in the past week. There's been good times and bad times. You know, unfortunately, Paprika's not with us anymore. So that was a good 4 or 5 hours of hell. But she has a nice place, and she'll be able to visit her.
Rick, you can get a hold of me afterwards. I just saw that pop up, but yeah, you can get a hold of me afterwards. So, again, we've got a little over 1,300 miles ahead of us. That's not including the trip up north either. That's just our trip heading towards Tennessee. Sorry, I'm trying to compose myself. I'm, believe it or not, well, probably most of you believe it because you know me by now. I actually am like the stoic one. I really am.
Until she watches the movie.
I don't do well with any animal not making it, especially obviously my own. But I really am like the cold-hearted one, but not in a bad way. That sounded adorable. But
She's the one that keeps her composure better than I do. So
Yeah,
I'm the emotional.
yeah, he really is. You know, on these cases and stuff. And it's not that I don't. It's not that I don't feel for anyone. It's not that kind of thing. I've just got very, very, very good over the years with different things at compartmentalizing this kind of thing. So I apologize. I'm not normally.
Your iPad doesn't stay on very long.
What do you need it on for?
Well, I was going to talk about something, and I need that thing.
Here.
Uh,
Hang on. I'm adjusting this real quick for you.
Oh, okay.
So it
While
stays
she's while she's doing that, guys, there's 182 people in here. It really, 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 really hurts me to even have to ask for help. Wish I never had to. But we need it. So, with that being said, there's something that I wanted to talk about. Now that I just said that, I am go ahead and
Talk amongst
yeah, I had it
ourselves.
in my head and now it's gone.
That happens a lot. There's a lot of fleeting
There's
thoughts.
something in here that I wanted to talk about. Go ahead. Answer some questions.
I don't have any questions right now. Oh, Seawolf wants to see the casing for the iPad. It's got a hand strap, and then I got this case in particular because of the hand strap and the neck strap, so that way I can use it when we're searching with the little buddy.
There's something in here I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Jennifer Wood going up to help her.
She's on here.
I know. I seen her. I think that's what triggered what I needed to say, and I was waiting. Hey, Mark Richardson. Guy Pike. We have got some really great places, really strong places to search for Guy Pike. We are going to make it, even if I have to sell everything I own. We're going to make it up to New York to try to help bring Guy Pike home. That's one of the cases that I really want to solve. I mean, all of them I want to be able to help bring home, but that one right there, there's some places where we never even thought of, and we're going to try to do that. So we're just going to be run until we can't run no more. Working closely with the law enforcement on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is going to show. Hopefully, we can show them what we have, like the little buddy. We're going to knock out these. Knock out these spots that are close to the road. They've had a ton of people out there searching with drones, ground searching, searching for Zeb up in Warsaw. I know I'm kind of scatterbrained. Hey, I know I'm kind of scatterbrained, but they've been working really hard to try to find him, and they have not had the slightest clue where he could be. As sad as it is to say, when that happens, they're usually deep in the woods or in the water, and we've got some locations up there, and I think we'll be able to at least knock him out to make sure he's not in the water. Is there any other questions you have?
No. Terry, you get a hold of me or Jacob after, and we'll let you know all the details for where we're going and all that stuff.
I didn't even. She's close. I didn't even think about that. Sorry, Terry. That's my fault.
Oh, and then someone said earlier, I think it was Kayla Hatfield.
Yeah, hey, Kayla, hey, or yeah. Hi, Kayla. She's been helping.
It was Zeb's son's birthday this past weekend.
That's what I was going to talk about, because I seen you had Zeb's picture up. Zeb is a young man. I'm not for sure exactly how old he is. He can't be more than 25. regardless, he's got a son. And, when kids are involved, 27, when kids are involved, it really, really, it sucks. I know we've had some cases where their sons have only been 4 or 5 years old. It hurts. Everything that we do hurts, but when the kids are involved, it hurts even worse. So,
Mo, you can feel free to ask, and I will answer it to the best of my ability. If I'm not able to answer it, I'll just tell you, and then if it's something that I'm like, oh, you need to just message privately for that, then we'll take care of that. Stop on the way in Pittsburgh on your way to New York. The girl will take you out to dinner.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we haven't seen the girls in a while. It's been a minute.
Yeah, definitely, Mo. Why don't you just go ahead and just ask in private? If you're worried about asking that, just go ahead and ask in private message on ChaosDivers, like talk now. Where's that button at? Right hand corner, right hand lower corner. It says talk now button. Just ask there.
If you come through Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, make sure you stop at Publix on Parkway and we can say hi.
Okay. Oh. Oh, okay.
So I believe that there are people who do this for the right reasons, and then I believe, as in any kind of profession, there are people who take advantage. I'm not gonna call people out, and I think that there are people who think that of us. So, I think that's with any profession. I know doctors who travel to third world countries because they just want to help. And then I know doctors who are like, I just want money and I don't care what I put my patients through. I think it's with any profession. We do always try to be as respectful as we possibly can be to families, to law enforcement, as well as all of you. I think it's that way. But again, I know there are people who think we do that we take advantage of families or you guys.
That's all we do is just GoFundMe's and ask for money, and then I'm broke.
I think it's with any profession. I think you're going to find people for the right and wrong reasons. We really do try to be open and honest with you guys as much as possible. We had a donation come in at one point in time, and it was for something, I forget. And the RV broke down. Jacob messaged that person directly and said, hey, would it be okay if we used your donation that was intended for A, can we use it for B? Even that kind of thing. So it's just a matter of, again, there are teams who think we're in this for the wrong reasons. There are subscribers or used to be subscribers who think it's going to come no matter what. So again, that's why we just try to be as transparent as possible about everything.
I know Lindsay probably doesn't want me to answer this because I'm kind of blunt.
You probably shouldn't then.
I am going to answer it to the most respectful way that I feel in my head. Guys, we have had the honor and the privilege to bring home 18 lost loved ones from the waters. The families that we have helped can attest to all of this. If we have to blur it out, it doesn't go in the video. If there's a family grieving, the cameras get shut down. I am not in it for the money shot. I'm in it to help these families. We are in it to help these families. yes, I've had a lot of trials and errors on all of this stuff that I've done. I've pushed the limits on how long and how far we can go, and I've even sold a Jeep to even help try to afford doing what we're doing. I put everything out to you guys, and as honest as I can be, to tell you that I put everything I have and everything I own into this. I don't even own a vehicle. I own a RV. That's my vehicle and that's my house. If anybody wants to say anything different, so be it. I don't care. I love each and every one of you. You guys have been there since the beginning, and we're going to continue to fight and push as hard as we can until I can't do this anymore. Did I do good? Okay.
Hamster's outside and Maverick's inside, and they can't get to each other. So, yeah, I think we've covered everything that we need to cover. Again, Wednesday, we shoot up north. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, come home Friday. Leave on Friday night, basically because I don't want to mess with like Nashville traffic in the evening. Jarrett's going to be driving my truck down. He and Garrett are going to be behind us. So they're going to be...
Maverick.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. If a dog barks all the time, I will forever be happy. It's something I miss right now. Jarrett's going to be driving my truck down behind us, so we're going to leave Friday night, head down to the Chattanooga area, try to get around some of like the Nashville traffic and stuff, especially being Friday. Get around some of that happens, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Head down there, spend Saturday getting Garrett all set up and everything at Eric's house. Sunday, we're either going to search or we just might spend some time with Eric. It's been, I've seen him, but it's been like 3 weeks now, I think, since I've seen him. And then Eric actually won't be home until the end of October. So once we leave Chattanooga at the end of September, we still won't see Eric for a month. And then from there, we start our trip.
I would love to go to Alaska and dive. Seawolf said he was going to take us to Alaska and dive.
Don't tell Eric or don't tell Jacob if there's anything scary in the water because he won't get it again. Again, just to recap the cases really quickly. Grandview, Tennessee, with Roxanne Gallagher, who went missing on June 23rd of this year. Knoxville, Tennessee, Regina Robinson, who went missing December 16th of 2019. Jonesboro, Tennessee, Bradley Webb, who went missing August 4th of 2000, so just over 24 years ago. Mountain City, Tennessee, John Smith South, he went missing on December 17th of 1998. White Top, Virginia, John Wingler, who went missing on November 11th of 2015. Danville, Virginia, for Nigel Ennels, he went missing on August 17th of 2018. Mooresville, North Carolina, for Kevin McDonald, who went missing on March 17th of 2018. And Kannapolis, for David Miyamoto, who went missing on January 30th of 2023. We do have a meet and greet that we are hoping to, within the next couple of days, finalize, but I do believe it'll be on Saturday, September 14th in Mooresville, which is just north of Charlotte, North Carolina. We try not to do meet and greets like in big cities, just because it's a little bit easier for us to find a park on the outskirts somewhere where we can park the boat and the RV, not take up a ridiculous amount of space, not driving downtown, that kind of thing. And then it allows us to spend more time with you guys. If we're a little farther out of town, we don't have to worry about, are we taking up space? Are we, shutting down a whole park kind of thing? So, but we want to make sure that we're able to. We've never done a meet and greet on the East Coast.
We did one, but it was kind of like a, hey, we're here.
Yeah,
And
we did.
We actually had 10 or 15 people show up. It was kind of nice.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that we did that one down there.
But we're going to schedule this So you guys can, if you guys are in the North Carolina, South Carolina area, don't know exactly how far you guys want to travel to meet us. I mean, I would travel probably 10 miles to meet me, but that's just me. But we are going to have that available. We are also going to try to work closely with the law enforcement in those areas. And, with their help, they are able to tell us more stuff than we never even knew. So that's awesome. Is there anything else that we need to cover? It's getting late.
So when we go up for Zeb, we're not taking the RV. It's not road ready. And my niece has a softball game tomorrow that I obviously am not going to miss, because once we do leave on Friday, I actually miss the whole rest of her season. So I want to make sure that I'm there for that.
Mark.
So we're gonna make sure that we're gonna drive up. I think we're actually staying in Iowa. We're not staying in Illinois. We're gonna be staying across the river, but not far, I don't think so.
Yeah, because there wasn't any hotels available over there. But yeah, we're going to be staying in a hotel for 2 nights. I did speak with the family. They are letting the sheriff and the law enforcement handle a lot of this, so I didn't really get to speak to them too much. But I do know we're going to meet up with them, and they want to meet us, and they really thanked us from the bottom of their hearts. And I did tell her that we will make sure that we check every last inch of that water that we can while we have the availability. If we do not find him at this point, when we go and start heading up to Michigan and New York, we're going to drive back over there and try to help and see if we can clear some more waters if we don't find him. It's her worst fear that he's in the water, and that was the last message before I got on here. So I'm not sure exactly what else has been said, but they know we're out there and we're going to do their best. With Sea-Ark behind us and all the new equipment that we have, we should be able to hopefully get on the Mississippi. If we do need a diver, if I feel like it's too much for me to dive, we do have Mike McFerrin from the dive company out of, what's his dive company?
Mid-Missouri Dive Team for the Sheriff's Office.
Yep. Mid-Missouri Dive Team. He'll be available and he'll come up there. He's only like 2.5 hours away. He said if we need him, we can get him.
Mike's, again, I think we've talked about this before. We know all these divers, and like we have the privilege of diving with so many different people, and everybody has their their specific skill set or something that, like, okay, if I know it's this, I would like this person. If I know it's this person. That kind of thing. Mike McFerrin he's a freaking monster, right? Like, he will get in anything if we give him a target. He knows, what we're doing, why we're doing it, all of that stuff. Like, he's ridiculous. We've put Mike in some really, we just put Mike in a really crazy situation a month or so. Well, 2, I guess it's been longer than that.
Mike's a freaking cowboy.
And, he went down the first time, literally ripped all the skin off of his hands, turned around and said, let me try again. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's facing. Mike is also a PADI instructor. He's certified in everything. I don't know if he's certified in underwater pumpkin carving.
I bet you he is.
Because that's SSI, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if PADI has that. I'm just kidding. We really do have an underwater pumpkin carving certification for SSI. It's just one of those little fun ones that you can go get. But Mike is ridiculous. Anytime we've called him, he's been there for us. He drove to Nebraska for us last time. So.
Good-hearted guy. You could ask for a better guy.
Yeah. Seawolf, I'm ready.
I'm not going to dive with great whites. I'll stay on the boat.
You can stay on. You can stay home.
Have you not watched Shark Week
You
this time?
can stay home. Brent, it's just me. I'm coming.
Did you
Just
not
let
see
you know.
Shark Week?
Yes, I watched every episode of Shark Week.
Okay, when they went by those 16-foot sharks, and they were attacking the cage to get to them.
Well,
Sea Wolf, you're a badass. I don't care.
It's just gonna be me. Jacob's not coming. He's staying home. He can watch the dog.
Shark Month this time. Oh, okay. No trips to Wyoming as of right now. That's a little too far west, northwest. We do plan on in the future, in a couple years, being able to go all the way over there. But I think we're going to have, like, if we get to that point, I'm going to have another boat available. Maybe talk to Doug and see if he can have another boat available so we can go over there and help. Instead of driving all the way over there, we'll fly. Lindsay's going to get a pet shark for the RV.
So somebody just asked about the Canada trip. We were actually supposed to be going to Canada. We were supposed to leave in August. But from the time that we got home at the end of June, when did we get home? End of June. And then trying to turn around and get everything prepared to go to Canada, that kind of thing. I don't have a passport or a passport card. So trying to get all of that stuff in line, doing casework, there just wasn't enough time. And I didn't want to do it, in a subpar manner. I wanted to make sure that if we go to Canada, or when we go to Canada, that it's 100%. Casework, we've done our due diligence on everything that we need to do, have time. So I think we're actually going to be doing the Canada trip in spring. Again, there just wasn't enough time to do it properly, and give those cases the attention and the time that they truly deserve.
Rick Adjurin, I did see a comment. This is a whole nother thing, and this is going to come up, I promise, when I get to the point that I can afford to get this. We're going to get, it's through Deep Trekker. It is it's an underwater drone, but it also has triple beam sonar, the best of the best, with that arm and a grabber arm that comes out. It's around $86,000. When I get to the point, I got everything paid off, credit cards and just a whole bunch of stuff, that I get to the point where I could put all of that together and make a loan for it. See if I get a loan for it. We're going to get one. It's an amazing piece of equipment.
It is something that we do get the opportunity to go and see. We get to, when we go to Canada.
I'm sorry.
That's not why we're going to Canada.
No.
But it is something that while we're up there, we're going to get the opportunity to go and meet them, Deep Trekker, go see their facility, and they're going to let us play with their underwater drones. They're going to come out on the water with us, show us how to use them. We'll be able to use them on a search, that kind of thing. But it's, another one of those, there's some very, very, very deep lakes in Canada that we would not be able to search otherwise. So they're going to let us use their equipment and stuff and come out with us, and we get to show them what we do. They get to show us how to best utilize their kind of stuff. So
it's made for both freshwater and saltwater. Goes up to 1,000 feet. You could literally, in one of the videos I watched, you could literally see 3 sump pumps in this pipe that they were doing it, testing on, structurally sound, making sure it's all structurally sound. And when it came out, you see all the sump pumps, and it's 3D. You could see a vehicle. You could almost literally see what type of vehicle it is. Even in the darkest, nastiest water, you could legit see it. So I think then I will start trying to help find people out of their vehicle because I can get down deep in that water and actually go across and see. So that's another plus for that.
Kathleen, I just saw your comment on here, so I'm pretty sure you're talking about Zeb. So I will add that on to our list of a place to search.
Speaking about places to search, when we're in Saudi Daisy, if anybody has enough room that I can take the RV and the boat and park it safely, that's in what that would be the not Chattanooga area, but it'd be just Saudi Daisy and Chattanooga. What?
Yeah. Saudi Daisy's outside of
I
Chattanooga.
can't get my RV and boat up the hill where Eric lives. I need to actually park it somewhere for a couple of days. I will stay with it, but I need a place. If anybody has a place or knows of a campground that's not too expensive, reach out to us at ChaosDivers.com. And anywhere that we're going on this list, if you guys have any ideas of like places where we could park the RV and boat, and that'd be amazing. All the help that we can get. I do know that we're leaving Friday, so we're coming back here and then taking off again to go to Saudi Daisy to drop everything off. If you guys did see on there on the list and it says like gift cards and stuff, we will be able to get that, I think, by the time we leave, right? If it was Monday or
I
Tuesday,
think if they sent it
before the probably 21st, 20th,
no, tomorrow.
tomorrow.
I live in the middle of nowhere, so if it says like, free 2-day shipping, it's like 3 or 4 days. Not anything to do with like our mail couriers or anything like that. We just live out in the middle of nowhere. So like usually that 2-day shipping, I just count an extra day or two. So I'd say anything tomorrow would be.
So tonight or tomorrow, and it's the 19th. So other than that, guys, I think we're going to be in it soon. We've been on here for an hour. I just want to personally say thank you. If you guys can help, share, like, subscribe to Facebook channel, do everything that way, watch the videos. That's the main thing. That's our biggest goal, is to get enough subscribers where we don't have to ask. And, I'm just proud that I have you guys to be able to help out. Other than that, 70-foot long takes up some room. It does. It definitely does. I would like to say thank you to all my moderators. Just thank you. Thank you for everything. The family. You guys are doing this for the families, not us. Is there anything else you need or need to add or anything?
Nope. Yes, Heather, I got those. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll make sure that the cases are put up so you guys can see which cases we're working, where they are, that kind of thing. And then go from there. But that way you guys, if you guys have spots, or if you know of the case, or the area, especially people who are well versed like in the waterways, things like that, some of the best information we can get is from the locals about those, like, oh yeah, there's a watering hole that you can drive right back to, that kind of thing. Like, that's the stuff that we need to know. So let us, get in contact with us. But again, I'll make sure that the cases are posted in the description below, as well as I'm sure Jacob will probably post this all on Facebook, or we may do a Facebook Live tomorrow night and talk about everything.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do a Facebook Live tomorrow night. Like I said, I do want to start extending that out and getting that going. Every little bit helps. So, guys, thank you again for all your support. Love each and every one of you. Keep diving. It's not a word to stop. If it wasn't for you guys, these families would not have answers. And hopefully we can provide Seb's family with answers where he's not. We hope he comes home, but we want to make sure that he's not in the water areas that we can help. You gonna say love you bye, or you just gonna?
Love you, bye.
I'll see you guys later. Hey Garrett, what do you say? Uh-oh.
Seize the day.
Seize the day. All right. What do you say? Bye? Bye. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.